This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
And this is Monster, my podcast.
And this is Elemental Waterkin.
There's a monster in my podcast.
I like this thing.
Yeah, me too. Gary, this is the one. So when I was talking about the sylphs and how that entry took a turn, the egg was a pretty good turn. However, this is the one that takes the turn.
Yeah, this thing is great. When I say, again, chaotic is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Because Nereids they start off as Gary Gygax's, haunted masturbation fantasy.
Right, the honeyed ones.
Yeah, God. Like, would you consider joining me on this prom, my honey-kissed maiden? Just we shall quest to the Steak and Shake afterwards for libations and mutton.
Perchance to see what gamble shall come after yes. Hence.
Perhaps my errant hand shall go questing down yonder. Like, but yeah, Pretty Gary Gygax is like the worst improv character. Like, yeah.
Oh man. So,
but he gets his comeuppance here.
He really, really does, because for however beautiful that they are, they will be able to spit venom 20 feet, blinding you for 2d6 rounds. Yeah, so that's just the opening salvo. That's just the opening salvo in this crazy fucking turn.
They hawk like blinding loogies at you, which like that would be. It makes me want a movie of these things, because like just that image of just this like very beautiful, water princess just spitting out this goober. There's all these weird little details that makes me feel like this was written by a Markov chain, where like the Nereid makes a successful saving throw versus poison in order to flow like water.
Yep. I don't.
What are you making a save and throw against?
Against poison.
Well, what poison? You love water. And then later they say if the water has been poisoned, they dislike it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they go after, like, they're basically like a Captain Planet, like not a villain, but like somebody who's wrecking shit up because of a polluter.
Yes.
Yeah. One of my favorite things here is that they're 85% likely to have a pet for protection, including a giant otter.
I like that a lot too. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I want a naiad riding a giant otter. Like I want her like riding around in one of the sacks with his favorite rock.
Yeah. I'm into it. Holding hands.
Yep.
So they don't get dragged away. Or leeches. They have all these like super super cool pets. Yeah. If they kiss you, if they don't manage to like puke into your mouth until you can't see anymore, that you drown from getting kissed.
Yeah.
If you make the saving throw penalty, you find ecstasy. End of sentence, end of paragraph.
Close the book.
What does that mean, Monster Manual?
Oh, no, it means you come in your pants.
Yes. I guess that is true.
You fire the cannon indoors is what happens. You flood the basement. Come on. This isn't hard.
Perhaps we find ecstasy in the back of my horseless carriage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I love the idea of a drowning kiss, right? Because at least it's a little bit of a siren kind of thing.
And then they love their shawl. They have this the shawl that controls them.
The shawl's like their phylactery.
If it's damaged, they melt into just regular water.
Yep.
That's great. Like this makes me want to learn about Nereids in real life, like the actual mythological Nereid.
Me too.
If any of this stuff is based in that.
I'm sure it is. I mean, I know dryads are like a thing. So I've heard of sylphs before. Yeah. Most of them, any of them that we find here, they've been exiled from their home plane. So they were too much of a bad girl, for home. They dropped out of school.
Yeah. I mean, they do have like a Heather's appeal to them, just kind of in general from reading them.
Heathers. It's a reference I've thought about. Heathers. Come on.
And then water weirds.
Yeah.
Which there's not too much to them other than the name, really.
Again, it's kind of like the aerial serpent. It's just like a dumber water elemental that happens to like looking like a serpent. I think that this thing just exists to look really, really cool next to the naiad in the drawing.
It's a great drawing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would have preferred an otter, but this is pretty good as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's the case of most things.
Yeah.
Good little guy. Gary, I pulled up pictures of otters.
It's a really good Google image search.
Yeah.
Except they beat off.
Yep.
So it's a thing to watch out for.
Yeah. It's like I was about to say like Russian roulette, but it's more like chat roulette. How's that for a 5-year-old reference?
Yeah.
Holla. Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/duckfeed.tv.